I grew up in Venezuela, a very religious country, and at a young age I had to confess often for what I saw were small sins at the time, which felt like a task. Back then, I have a close friend who started sharing a secret I have told her. It made me feel embarrassed and alone, but I didn't forgive her. Instead, I gossiped terrible things about her in return. I also was daddy's girl as a child, and he was my favorite. And he was so close to me, and I used to look at him with admiration and pride. But when my parents divorced, he left home and became very critical and judgmental to me and my sisters. He changed and he was very distant, so I treated him with zero compassion or love for years. A few months ago, I got pregnant again, and after having a healthy pregnancy that ended in a healthy baby, I never thought that something could ever be wrong this time. But I have some spotting, and after some days, I have a big abdominal pain, which end up in a lot of blood. And after hours, I passed the baby. For 10 weeks, I relived the emotion of being a mother again, but that's all what it was. I felt deep despair and I cried a lot that night, and I was sad, mad, in denial, and also I have a lot of blaming for myself. But I have to change my perception of what I thought was right and wrong to move on and forgive myself. Then I realized that I put a lot of pressure on the family I always wanted, and that I was trying to control things beyond my control. After those 10 weeks, I realized that how elusive life is, and I started to appreciate it more and deeper. And after what seems like a long time, I finally accept my loss. And I start to see this sad moment of my life as a blessing that helped me not to take things for granted and to change the way I was judging people and myself. I left all the expectation I have on people and relationships behind and start to appreciate them and be more present. To finally forgive sincerely from my gossip friend long time ago, to my dad for what he did or didn't do in the past, and to myself for my miscarriage. As a child, I learned to wait for an apology, like when confessing my sins, but it brought me a lot of resentment and it didn't allow me to live fully in the present moment. So I encourage you to move out of your resentment and but letting go of the idea that the past could have been different and to trust that even though there are things that may not be what we would like to live, they are what they are. I realized that I was letting others or situations make me unhappy, and I don't want that anymore. Now, after forgiving, I feel relief, and it's like waking up from a nightmare, and I started to see everything very clearly. Today, I feel loving, generous, abundant, optimistic, and able to flow freely in my life, to who I want to be, and to create the future I want. I don't hold more resentment of the past, and I am finally at peace.